Olympia is coming up on November 2nd. So today is October 27th. So it is time for me to do my top 10 Olympia picks. This is what I think it's going to be. I thought I would do it in a little different format today. And I'm going to tell you, who I think is going to be in a position and, kind of think what logically I think is going to happen. But I'm also going to tell you who I would like to be in this position. So, starting with number 10. All right. Now, because Ian Valier's out, Big Rami's out, Nathan Diash's out, Brett Wilkins is out, my number 10 pick is Regan Grimes. Now, he has been coming in 16th place for the last couple times he's been in the Olympia. He's looking really good, and I think he really can get into the top 10. So I'm going to put him at number 10, and this is also something I would really like to see. I do like Regan, and I hope he can do it. In the number 9 position, now, granted, he can get into the country. Beiruz Talbani, I think is his last name. But, man, the guy is massive, and he's one of those guys who can get really conditioned, but he just doesn't have the mass yet to get in there. So I'm thinking he might drop in at number 9. My number 8 pick is Michael Krizo. Last year, I think he got 12th. And, he has added more mass, and he does look rounder and even more bubbly than he did before. But I think this year he'll be able to do better with his conditioning and posing. But, as big as he is, the one thing that he is missing is glutes. So when you see him turn to the side, when you see his glutes, it just looks off. That's why I have him moving from number 12 to number 8. I think he should be happy that, he's moving into the top 10. All right, at number 7, we have Hunter Labrada. He rightfully won his spot, and he does look better. He does look improved. I have met Hunter. He's a really nice guy. I would like him to do better, but I honestly don't think he's going to go any higher than 7 because there's too many people above him that have already beaten him before, and I don't think he'll go any higher than number 7. Okay, number 6. I think it's going to be Andrew Jack. So I put Hunter below him because Andrew has already beaten Hunter, but Andrew has not beaten the rest of the top 5 that's coming above him. And I think this would be a good placing for him. I kind of like to see him in this position as well. So I have Andrew, he has such a beautiful shape. Now he just needs to, I think, add more size, and he needs to be able to be 100% dialed in. But I haven't seen him 100% dialed in yet, and perhaps Chris Aceto can get in there. But Andrew Jack, 6th place. All right, now we're into the top 5. So coming in at number 5, former Mr. Olympia, Brandon Curry. I always hate to play the old card because I'm getting older. I don't like to think that I'm old, but Brandon does look really damn good. He obviously knows what to do to become Mr. Olympia. But honestly, I think the 4 guys above him just have more than he does in that kind of wow or freak factor. That's the reason why I have Brandon Curry coming in 5th place. If you've been enjoying this, please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. I'll also be doing a video on my top 10 classic physique picks, so stay tuned. Number 4. So this is where I think it's going to fall out. I don't really want it to, but I think number 4 is going to be Nick Walker. If I had my druthers, I would like him to be in 3rd. But honestly, the guys above him, I just don't think he has the aesthetic to do that. So I hate to say it, but I think he's going to drop from number 3 to number 4. Number 3. Now this is where it really gets controversial, or where there's going to be lots of opinions. I think number 3 is going to be Samson Daa. The guy's just gotten put on so much size, and I think he's going to make Andrew Jack look a little more smallish. That's why I don't think Andrew Jack can beat Samson. He looks good, and you know, if Milos can dial him in, you know, completely, you know, I think he's you know, minimum he's going to be his top 3 and possibly top 2, but my guess he's going to be number 3. Okay, now we're down to number 2. This is what I would like to see happen, and this is what I think is going to happen. And number 2, I have Hottie Chupan. I think Hottie is a great bodybuilder, and man, he's got a lot of hard, dense, mature muscle. He's got an incredible work ethic. But honestly, my number 1 pick, I think, has a better frame and has improved a lot more. And when you get to be like Hottie, how much more can you improve? He always comes in diced to the socks. Man alive, that man is always highly conditioned. So he can't add a super amount of size and he's just going to look really awkward. So, and I kind of have an inkling that the IFBB would like to see him in number 2, and the person I picked for number 1 to be their Mr. Olympia. So that's my number 2. So let's go right into it. Number 1, obviously, Derek Lunsford. Why? Thank you for asking. I think he's made a hell of a lot of improvements. Now, he has to be diced to the socks. Hottie has got to condition him so that his chest looks shredded this go round. His back has gotten bigger. His legs have gotten bigger. You know, nobody has a better back than Derek Lunsford. Nobody. And if he comes in the way I think he's going to come in, I think he's going to get the nod for Mr. Olympia. I also think that he will be a great ambassador as Mr. Olympia. I like the guy personally. I've met him in person. He's a really super guy. I like the way he stands by his principles. And, you know, he and Hottie both work very hard, very hard. They both deserve it. But I think Derek's going to edge him out. I have to admit, I'll be a little disappointed if Derek doesn't win. But, you know, Hottie, man, they didn't pick him to be Mr. Olympia for nothing. So there's my top 10 picks. I'd like to hear who you think is going to be. Let's go for it. Put your top 5 down in the comments below, and let's see what happens. So I hope you've enjoyed this, and I will be doing a video for my top 10 classic physique, or maybe top 5, we'll see. But hopefully that'll be coming out soon, and I hope you like this format. And so I thought I'd do something a little different than what everybody else is doing. Then, you know, like Nick Strength and Power, EP09, and Mark's Max Muscle. And so did it in a little different format. I hope you've enjoyed it. Till next time, this is Yaakov.